put start on this somehow.
He's like a giraffe.
How
He's
you
not like a
supposed
giraffe.
how you supposed to go for his neck? I don't wanna be like this. Remember that? Nail in the coffin.
Dude. I mean,
The
so
rhythm,
here's the thing that
hurt
I
no
didn't realize.
feelings.
I think I was saying this to you that I was like, I thought something more recent had happened. That's why I was like, but why? Like, not that I'm not here for it, but like, why are we beefing in 2024? Like, all of a sudden. I guess it doesn't matter what year it is, but like, why all of a
That's
sudden? And I didn't realize it was because of not this last year, but the year before, when M was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that
mhm.
Benzino was talking shit about that then. So I don't know what happened between then and now, other than the talking about Koi thing, that prompted this diss to happen now, since that Benzino stuff was like 2 years ago. But that was still more recent than I was like that made more sense because I was still like, what are we even bringing back 20-year-old beef? What are we even talking about here, boys?
That's exactly it. That's where we're gonna start. It's 2024. Eminem and Benzino are going at each other. What the fuck? So the I didn't know about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. Benzino talking whatever he was saying then. I see him pop up here and there over the years. And like there's every person that has Benzino on their podcast or interviews Benzino or whatever, they always ask him about Eminem.
Of
So
course.
it's
Why
hard for
wouldn't
him
they?
to avoid it. I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that. But
Bro, hard to
he,
avoid it is different than putting out your own diss track that you probably didn't even write, but I
oh,
digress.
he did. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get so much into that. But uh, Chloe Lee Ray, Benzino's daughter. The only thing I haven't heard Eminem say anything about her except for that Doomsday thing when he said, "I guess there goes the Chloe Lee Ray feature."
Right.
Um,
Well, so and I guess maybe this is getting in the weeds, but like, did he mean that like what probably doesn't matter in context, but did
mm.
he mean like there goes like Koi Leray featuring me on one of her songs, or did he mean like I was gonna give Koi a feature and like fuck that
I think what it meant is she said she wouldn't work with him with
without her dad's
Eminem without her
blessing?
dad's blessing, and
Sure.
Benzino's not going to give her his blessing. So Eminem just saying like, "Oh, I guess there goes
But
that."
here,
But
but here's where I get lost. Maybe this is where you can like, maybe you can school me, right? And like, and maybe whoever's listening is the like, okay, so Benzino and Eminem have been beefing for years. Benzino founded the source. He kept, M from getting five mics in the source. We all know the story, and that was a regular old beef back in the 90s, 2000s. This
yeah,
new beef thing makes no sense to me. I know I've
none
missed parts of it. And so even with the parts that I've missed kind of topically being explained to me, I feel like I still don't get it. It still doesn't make sense to me.
because it
And
doesn't.
okay. And so, but here's the thing. What I don't understand is if there's nothing more than what we just discussed as far as involving Koi, and frankly, I don't like Benzino, so I don't follow him.
Yeah.
I don't like Koi. I only know one of her songs off the top of my head. I don't
hmm
dislike her, but like I'm not a fan. I
hmm
didn't even know Koi Leray was his daughter
That was
until last
crazy.
week. I had no idea. I
Yeah.
don't fucking like her. I don't listen to her. I've listened to what the only thing I know about her is she plays that there's that Girls Lose Players 2 song that was on the radio for like 6 weeks, wouldn't go away. I didn't even know who it was by. Um, and that's it. But like, I don't watch podcasts. Like, I didn't see her talk to
Yeah.
Math. I don't, like, I didn't see Benzino talk to Math. Like, I don't know any. I don't follow her on Twitter to see her tweets. I don't follow it. So I didn't know any of this. But I guess where I get lost is like, if I'm understanding correctly, and this is where I'm saying, please stop me and please correct me because it doesn't make sense to me, is that so Dad around Rock and Roll Hall of Fame uh part one when Eminem was announced as nominated before he got in, which was like 2 years ago. Benzino had come out at the time. This is the only part I do know. Benzino had come out at the time, basically said, he's been a culture vulture his whole career. He's appropriated Black culture. He's not the one that deserves to be in that position. Something about racism. I don't remember the whole statement, but it pretty much what you would envision is what he
Yeah.
said, right? So
hmm
so that happened. Then at that time, I guess Coy, I didn't know this part at the time, but now in hindsight, as I understand it, at that time, Coy was apparently like, well, this is kind of corny. It makes no sense. Like the guy is talented. Like I can't begrudge him that. He is a really talented dude. Whatever. Like I have no problem with Eminem. I have no problem with, like whatever. At the same
Mhm.
time, apparently she beefs with her dad frequently and publicly. And
Yes.
so, okay, different, separate element has nothing to do with Eminem. But then when whatever this beef now is popped off, she immediately started first one out the gate with like, I don't want to get involved. This 20-year-old beef between grown men in their 50s is corny. I don't know why this is happening. I'm cool with everybody. I just want to stay in my lane and be peaceful. And like she just kind of came out and like casually, politely shitted on both of them.
Mm.
Right. And then and I don't know when the Math Hoffa shows happened with either of them to put that into this context. So I'm only going over what I know. But then after he did Doomsday Part 2, which I don't even know why it was part of the Lyrical Lemonade thing to begin with, or why it came up with the timing it did.
Yep.
Then she supposedly, I guess, got triggered by that. Like M was like digging at her. When really I would have been fucking flattered. And frankly, if I'm her and I beef with my own dad that much, yeah, I realized she said at one point I would never work with him without my dad's blessing, which was still not her fully saying no.
Yeah.
If I beef with my dad that much, guess who I am gonna go for a feature with? Just to fucking turn the knife a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Right? So like
That's
that, I just said that's everything I know. So what am I missing? What was said on the math shows? Like what happened? I don't understand. Still, and I'm getting so tired of everybody on Twitter being like, "Oh, the real ones know, all the new ones don't understand it." And I'm like, "Bro, I understand the beef. I understand the original beef. I don't understand what's happening 2 weeks ago."
yeah. Uh to start off, I like how you also, as big as an Eminem fan as you are, you don't understand where that came from, even him going at them.
Right.
Because, like I said, Eminem, Benzino is going to get asked about Eminem anytime somebody speaks to him for the rest of his fucking life,
Right.
unfortunately.
And then it
And
takes way more than that to get him to come outside.
right, and then uh his daughter, is it Coy Leroy or Coy Leroy?
Coileray.
Coy Leray. Okay, Coy Leray. Um, obviously, her being on my expert opinion, Math Hoffa's show, they're gonna ask her about that. Why would they not? And she didn't say anything fucking sideways, anything like that.
About either of them.
No. And her dad have their problems, whatever the fuck those are. I'm not really sure. I don't know if that's they're both out of their fucking minds. They're both lying. One of them's lying. If it's a thing to, stir up controversy to build up her career, who the fuck knows?
I know
mean,
that he does.
remember
The
Ray
only thing
Ray
I
and his
know,
dad.
the only thing I can interject there to say is that, like, I know that he has not been fond over time of how she approaches some things. Like, he has said he won't even follow her on Instagram because he doesn't want to see her body and he doesn't want to see her promoting herself in that way. He wants to see her as his daughter.
Yeah, he got
So,
pissed off at her and Buster Rhymes. They did a video together, a song
right.
together, and he didn't like the way the video was shot. But anyway, um,
But also, he was talking, like, he was saying she posts like that on social media and promotes herself in that way. So, like, he does have a big beef with that, which is just a her thing. That also has nothing to do with them.
right. So the I don't think she needs to be in these crosshairs. Not even crosshairs. She's just kind of people are talking about her, so I'm sure she loves that. But for her to be catching any flack, I don't, as far as I know, she hasn't said anything fucked up about Eminem. Um, she's just kind of caught in the middle. Eminem didn't really say anything about her except for that. There goes the Coy Leroy. Fuck, I keep fucking it up. There goes that feature, right? Coy Leroy. Um, there goes that feature. I think he was saying that like sarcastically, like, oh
Well, of
no,
course.
right. So I don't think that was even a shot at her.
That's what I'm
Still-
saying. Like, I don't
still
know why
don't
she
get-
got it all twisted at that point. Because up until that moment, she was kind of like, "This shit's corny.
She should have stayed out
Y'all
of
be
it.
called out."
Right.
Right,
And then
there
she
was-
was like, taking shots at me. What? Who said I want an Eminem feature? And I was like, what?
That was
heard
a
one?
dumb thing for her to say.
Right. Well,
Um,
you need an Eminem feature. So yes.
Right. So yeah, like I said, you'd be like, why did Eminem even go at him in the first place? Who cares about the stupid shit that's been talked about for years and years and years? Because it doesn't matter. Eminem buried him so fucking bad. Um, so Eminem released.
But wait, here's the thing. Here's the one catch. And this is only good news for us if this is true.
Hmm,
Like, such few people can get him to come outside, right? Like MGK, he murder faced.
yes.
Jaw was kind of a fitty thing, but he was there for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and like he's come around, he's come out for Benzino before, but like now it's just that the timing is sus, right? So like, are we, like I said, was saying to you offline or off, off the show, like, are we getting into another kamikaze moment? Like, kill shot happened, and then immediately behind it came kamikaze. But
Yeah.
like, it's a different thing. Like, you're not, you gotta
That's
end Benzino. Like, again, MGK was like 30. Like, you just murdered his career.
yeah,
Doing that for Benzino doesn't matter.
he had other people to talk to address at that time, like Joe Budden.
Right, right,
And you know what I
right.
mean? It wasn't
Button L.
MGK was just the final straw. Like he was
Right,
like, fuck this.
right. Fuck every last one of y'all, matter of fact.
Yeah, you're all fucked. Uh so yeah, it's just strange for him to even address Benzino, but then we got Benzino's first diss, which came out.
Wait, before we get to the Benzino diss part, because I thus far have refused to listen to him, but is there any truth? Here's the other thing. A lot of disses are much like battle rap, right? They're just kind of tongue in cheek, or they're just meant to be inflammatory, and some's true, some's not. And I don't know enough. I'll admit this every day. I don't know enough about Benzino to know what's true, what's not, because I don't like him and I don't follow him. So like, it before you get back to his response, like, is the first part, do we know that that's all true? Like, has he been hotel surfing? Is he that broke? Like, or is that M just clowning on him? Like, was that stuff true?
Who
Do you
knows?
know?
I
I
have
mean,
no
like, I don't
idea.
even
I
know.
have no fucking clue. No
Okay.
clue. Actually, he did publicly. Well, he asked his daughter for
Benzino.
money or help or something a while back. It was like 2023. And she said something about it. So he was asked about an interview and he didn't deny it. And he was like, that's what it is. You know, if you help your
That's what
kid out,
family's for.
everything, your kid should help you out when you're down. So, I mean,
Okay.
that's
So like, I
probably
knew
where
he was
that
like the Red
shock
Roof
comes
Inn
from.
thing and being broke, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't follow. I wouldn't know if that's even
Mm.
true.
Yeah, I have no clue. It's Benzino could be a fucking billionaire for all I know.
Right,
But
right. Like, I don't.
I have no clue. Um, so yeah, so Benzino responds, um, and it was awful, obviously.
My
Uh,
favorite part is how there are actually people that would argue that his first response was better than M's and better than whatever diss track came from Nicki with the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing that's happening concurrently. And again, having not listened to it, I don't have an opinion, but I refuse to believe that's possible or true.
so that pile of shit he released, and then he follows it up immediately with this new thing. Okay, now to put
Did you know about the new thing until I sent that to you? The
what
second one?
the second one?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't either. Somebody just
no.
fucking popped it up on my timeline, and I was like, "What is this
Volturius
garbage?"
or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
So, um, good lord. Uh, imagine, okay, if there was like this is the difference in the penmanship from anything Benzino's ever done in his entire life, including the discs that came out like a week ago, to this Volturius. Picture like some chick, she's never had a boob on her body, completely flat chested, and all of a sudden 5 days from the last time you saw her, she has just giant breasts. Or a person with, like, a ridiculous fucking nose, a beak. 5 days later, it's gone. And you're not supposed to notice because
With like no surgical scars.
the it's still not great by any means, the penmanship in this, but it's nothing. Benzino's never wrote anything like this in his fucking life. So there's no way you can't tell any of us that that's not a ghostwriter. When you go to YouTube and watch the fucking, well, it's a static image with the song playing, the audio. You go through the fucking comments, they're all like, props to the ghostwriter. and like, oh, that was a nasty bar. Good job with a ghostwriter. Everyone knows it was a ghostwriter. Now the flow is nothing fucking ridiculous, and even the disses aren't anything heavy. I would say the best thing out of both disses is this square wouldn't even circle the block for proof. It's like, oh, that in the words
I
of
saw that.
Chael's son into Tito Ortiz, that was a good line by you. That was a good line by you. Right? Like, way to go. You finally got one. But I mean, are we talking about like, a guy who's just beat the shit out of somebody so bad so many fucking times, and finally, with the help of so many people, he got like one round from him.
But
or
here's
got,
my question for
got on
that
the
though.
scorecard at all. Like, because it's still not fucking good, and we know
No.
it's not him.
Right,
That's not Benzino.
But here's the question. All those screenshots I sent you prior, after the first one, or no, after Doomsday 2, part 2, I don't remember who it was that had reached out to Benzino that had then posted the screenshots of the DM that Benzino sent back. I sent that to you. And it was basically like just a flurry of him being like, nah, bro, it's stupid. We're grown men. This is corny. What's the point? Why is he doing it? Like, nah, I'm above it. Like, whatever. And it was all DMs to whoever it was that had reached out about it. And so he said all that, and it was, unless it was like a real big Photoshop, but like the media people that were passing it around were passing it off as truthful because it was supposedly originally posted by the person who had the conversation with him. So my question is A, if that's what you're telling people privately, like this shit's corny, fuck that, what's his problem? We're men in our 50s, this is dumb, whatever, good, I'm like next. Like, why'd you come up with the first diss track, which was you? And further, if you feel like it's so dumb, like, and you did such a bad job, like the second one, then here's my question. Did you feel so dumb after the first one that like you went and found somebody to pen that for you? Or did somebody else that has some skin in the game somewhere like cropped up? So like did Button come up and be like, look, bro, I'll write it for you. It's cool.
Joe
I
Budden
got
did
you.
not write that.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm saying?
Joe
Like,
Budden's so much better than that.
yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't heard it, so I have no opinion. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going from privately being like, this shit's corny, I'm not doing it, we're old, we're too old, like, to then doing it anyway, to then doing a second one that's clearly not even you. Like, what happened between the first one and the second one? Someone felt bad for you?
Here's I've seen a few people comment thinking that Matt Hoffa wrote it.
See, that was gonna be
Because
but why?
because when M and Benzino were beefing way back in the day, Benzino was going around hiring rappers to make a whole mixtape of diss songs against Eminem.
Sure.
And he actually did do there's even a song on the mixtape that's in Spanish. It's not even in English, dissing Eminem. And he reached out to Math, and Math did do a Eminem diss. And when Math found out what was going on with the whole project, he was like, nah, I'm not doing this. There's like 12 people, and like everyone's got their own diss. Matt has talked about it before, obviously. That's how I know about it. Like, he's talked about it on his show.
But that's what I'm saying. So why do it now? And also then not
so
know...
Matt did not write that trash. Because even though it's a ghostwriter, that's not Math Hoffa level fucking dissing someone. You know what I mean? So whoever the ghostwriter is, it's it ain't Math for the people that think it is. There's no goddamn way.
I mean, but do you think that it could be Math or anybody at that level, or Button, or anybody that like purposefully didn't write to their own level so they wouldn't be pointed at as the writer?
No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think it's any I
mean, I don't either, because what point would it make? But like none of it makes sense. So there's got to be some weird point that makes sense to somebody somewhere that we're not getting.
Well, they get to write for Benzino. I don't know. I don't
know. What a fucking honor. Right. Look, like, sure, I'm no Benzino fan, so there's also that. But like, even if I was, where's the hook? You know what I mean? Like, what am I getting out of this? Because you look like a fool, and the shit I just wrote for you sounds dumb. Like, there's no benefit. There's no benefit, even if I like Benzino, for me to do that.
here's another thing I find funny. In Volturius, whatever the fuck that thing's called. Uh, Benzino goes on and on about the people Eminem has responded to when they've dissed him throughout his career, and how those people are they're lesser, they're not MCs, they're pop artists.
Lesser than what? Than
right?
him?
But this is this is exactly, he's saying all these people, but Eminem's never ever ever went back and forth with a real rapper, like a real MC. Guy, you're the top of the list of the people he fucking buried.
Bro,
Like,
and
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Christina Aguilera is just fucking fine. Justin Timberlake's just fucking fine. Like
Britney made it?
yeah, right. You fuck. Well, MGK, I mean, he got fucking turned out, but that's hilarious. But you know what I mean? It's just like Benzino. Another thing too, Benzino said that he would like, he didn't say this in the disc, but in an interview, he would like to sit down and talk to Eminem about hip hop and stuff. He thinks that'd be really cool. Motherfucker,
What?
you owned the platform. The
Yeah, you
Source
founded
magazine.
the motherfucking
That's-
platform.
That's the place where people went to sit down and talk about hip hop. You fucking, you had it.
Idiot.
What are you fucking talking about?
Well, that's the problem. Nobody knows, himself included.
It's so fucking stupid. And as much as I like Eminem, he has to take some blame on this. Why did he even fucking say anything?
That's what I'm saying. That's why, that is the entire reason this entire time that I've been like, something had to have happened. Something had, and not only that, like, unless he was just like, oh, I want to hook up my dude Cole, like Cole's my dude, like I like the Lyrical Lemonade stuff, I'm here for it. I was part of the last project. Like, okay. but like there's no other material you could have come up with for a 90-second bit?
Shit.
Nothing?
No
Like what made
shit.
what made you pick that? That's where I don't, because he doesn't just do that. Like, but fuck, dude, like if you even just want to talk about changing how he's changed, like he won't even perform. It's been years now that he won't even perform cleaning out my closet because he feels bad about his mom. You know what I mean? Like this dude is not sitting at home, or not even at home. This dude is not sitting at fucking Soldier Field or wherever the Soldier Field, whatever field is where whatever the fucking whatever sponsor has fucking bought it out now where the Lions are playing. Like he's not sitting up in his VIP box on a fucking Super Bowl playoff run going, maybe I should compare Benzino to a giraffe. Like he's just not. Like what happened?
See, and again, like this is another thing. Fucking Benzino with his ghostwriter. Props to the ghostwriter too, whoever you are out there. I mean, you did a pretty good job. But again, it's like, think of all the sauce, nail in the coffin, and then all the other things that Eminem did, destroyed the Source. All these things, all these years go by, and Benzino, right? Eminem can still rap his fucking ass off, but it's like that draft bar. As funny as it is, that's not him fucking just killing Benzino the way he's done in the past.
Oh no,
right?
but the shit was funny.
So it's like, yeah, Benzino, you might be getting a little closer, right? It's not, you're not getting annihilated every fucking time.
Yeah.
But how long are we gonna do this until there's like, Benzino might have edged that one out? Who cares? Like, it's fucking
Benzino. And that's it.
yeah. Fuck, man. Nobody wants to hear their grandfather rap. It's just
just
all
trying
the
to look
all the like all the fucking things like that shit from Eminem saying that about Benzino 20 years ago, right? Nobody wants to hear their grandfather rap because so now fucking you're 50 and you're making like you're going at Benzino. You're being what Benzino was, except for you can actually still rap and you're way cooler. But
I was like, I don't know that's
it's
quite
like
the...
nobody wants to hear their grandfather rap. You can
I
rap,
do.
but don't.
I do, but Benzino's not a fucking rapper, so I don't
Don't-
want to hear him rap.
It's so
That's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't care. Look, if you don't want to
So
do the old
unnecessary.
head wraps, like you can't. Then we got no more LL, no more Cube, no more fucking Snoop, Dre. None of them. Fuck them all. If that's how we feel about it. But like,
I don't
I
want to hear
don't feel
M's
that
draft
way.
bars about fucking Benzino.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, if we're just going with the age category, plus Benzino's closer to 60 than 50. M's like 51 or 52, if we're really splitting hairs. But like, Benzino's not a rapper.
He's the almighty RSO. What are you talking about?
No,
He's the
no,
made man.
no.
Dude, I used to fucking buy those fucking Source magazines religiously, like all hip hop magazines to the 90s. Fucking any of them I get my hands on.
I mean,
Didn't miss,
same, but
didn't miss one, right? And like, I would always be like, what the fuck is this fucking 4-page spread of made men? And like, I don't even see their videos on TV. Who the fuck are these people? And then I found out and I was like, ah, I get it. But I
I
mean, why not?
see.
Why wouldn't you plaster? Do you remember the ads in the back of the Source magazines? Oh man, iced out grill for $18.99.
Yeah, dude, it was kind of like the it was kind of like the weird ads at the back of the Cosmo, when Cosmo, I guess Cosmo still exists, but
The fuck is
back in the
Cosmo?
day, all those trash magazines had these weird fucking like ads. It was like the yellow pages for weird shit. It was.
Yeah, so fucking funny.
Oh,
The
here, is
source,
this
the
what you're
source was
talking about?
dope
Wait a minute.
though.
For yeah, until Eminem happened to it. I like look at Double XL, the source, like all those complex stuff. I liked all of it, but like,
Rap pages, all that shit.
oh, he was on No
Feds
Jumper.
magazine, even though it wasn't necessarily all hip hop, but
Wait, so did you watch him on No Jumper?
who?
Benzino.
No, I don't watch No Jumper.
I
So
know, but like if you were watching about this, apparently that's where he said he wanted to sit down and talk to M.
mm,
Matter of fact, he said, "Oh, this is how old is this? Oh, this is yeah, this was yesterday, published yesterday." He said that he's never actually even met Eminem.
well, no, obviously not.
How have you never met?
They've yeah. I don't know. What reason would they have to cross paths?
It's a small world in the industry.
Mm, I bet you this, I don't know. That's yeah, that's on a whole nother topic. It's not about this, never mind. Um, yeah, no, that's not surprising. Not at all. Because he fucked him in the Source magazine.
Yeah, but
So I mean, there was no, it's not surprising they didn't meet then, and they wouldn't really cross paths after that. And there's never been any Dre and Benzino work, no 50 and Benzino work, Gene and Benzino work. Like anyone from that camp. And then, I mean, even further than that, like people that were over at Interscope popping at that time, Akon. I don't recall any Akon and Benzino.
but
I
that's what I'm saying.
could be
Like when
wrong about something like that because I don't listen to a ton of Akon, right? But just I mean that's not surprising to me at all. Beef or no beef, that's not surprising to me at all.
I wonder, hold up here.
Beef, I say. This ain't no beef. You imagine if those two got in a fucking fight? If you oh my god. And it's like, I don't, that's the last thing I want to see.
Please don't say that out loud.
Oh man.
I don't
I want
want
to see
anything.
that like I want to see Conor McGregor doing battle rap. Fuck.
You want to know? Can I tell you what my favorite thing about Benzino is, though?
I don't know if I want to know. Tell me.
He's like 5'3".
He's a what?
He's like 5'3".
No.
I swear to you, or like
He is
five
not
five.
five
Yeah,
three.
dude. I look
He
it
is
up.
not he's
Look it
not
up.
fucking 5'3".
Look it up. Look it up right now. Tell me what you look it up.
Okay, I am. See this. They gave it to me in fucking meters. Hold on. Fuck off. It says 5'3". There's no way. No way. He's 5'3"? No way.
Why not? Look at it. I mean, well, he's got no neck. That's 4 inches right there. Benzino height. 5'3". Battlerap, 5'4".
Yeah, that's hilarious. When I looked it up, it gave me that was the next thing. Her height. It's like,
So
what
find
the
a picture
fuck?
of the two of them next to each other. If they're about the same, then that
They
tracks.
are. They are.
I'm an inch taller than my dad.
So like Benzino's like he's 5'3". He looks like he's a pretty fucking fit guy. But like it would that must be like what Joseph Benavides? Like what? Or like Henry
Um,
is he like Henry Cejudo? Is that what he's built like? Like
I'm trying to
what
think.
the
I'm trying to remember whenever I'd hang out with Benavides. I feel like we were about the same. I think he's at least my height.
Benavides?
And same with Megan. They're all short, but I don't think he's
Benav
5'3".
Benavides is shorter than you. Pretty sure. You're like what, 5'4" or some shit?
Yeah. Yes, that's how high. That's me. That's how tall I am. Yes. Benavides is 5'4".
Benavides, Benzino,
Benavides is
both.
5'4".
Bullshit.
He is, and Megan Levy is the same. That's why I'm saying, like, we were all about the same. We were all about the same height. Well, I remember that when we used to hang out, that I was like, "You're so little," but I only thought he was little because he was my size. So to me, for a fighter, that's little. That doesn't, But he's still bigger than Ben. Apparently, still bigger than Ben, or taller than Benzino.
I man, he must do uh like video interviews and podcasts and shit. There must be uh a clause in his thing when he comes on where it's
Full
like,
body shots.
you got to have the camera at the right fucking angle. Like Tom Cruise is real short, but they put him in action movies and he looks like he's a normal human being.
Wait, how
Like,
tall is
because
he? Wait,
isn't Tom Cruise like super short? Isn't that the fucking
5'7".
yeah? That motherfucker sometimes looks like he's five. Think about 5'7".
I mean,
If you're almost 5'5", because you like to use 5'4" and 3/4 of an inch,
Hey.
Tom Cruise is barely an inch taller than you. 2 inches taller than you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right? That's not a fucking action hero. That guy's not coming to save you. So here's the real question. Will this go so far that
No.
we revert back to Green Lantern mixtapes and fucking
Dude,
unit radio mixtapes?
I hope not.
Oh, are we gonna get like a Benzino featuring Ja Rule,
No.
MGK? Who
No, I
else?
don't want that. Do you know
Who
Ja
else?
Rule's on tour right now?
Well, why wouldn't he be?
Why wouldn't he be?
Ja has hits. Ja has hits that I'm not saying like fucking, and this isn't even like to make, I'm not trying to make a joke here. I'm not saying I would go buy a ticket to go to Ja Rule or Ja Rule with other people concert.
No, it is.
Not
There's
just
like
because
different
Ja Rule.
locations or different people, but it's basically like Nelly, Ashanti, Ja Rule, and like Bone Thugs.
Dude, fuck, that's a decent concert. And especially for those like the Nelly hits, the Jaw hits, and the Bone Thugs hits. I could see that working. Jaw has hits he can live off forever. As long as 50 doesn't buy all the tickets.
All I'm saying is I always like Ja way more than I like 50. But
What?
oh yeah, I've never liked 50. Ever. But
What?
I just don't know if it is what it is. I just don't know if I need a little almost 50-year-old Ja Rule like racing against time on stage for me. You know? And I like Ja. I've always liked Ja. He got a little corny and G Unit really did end his career, but
Well, that was always liked Jaw too. Veni Vidi Vici
Yeah.
was a great
Yeah.
album.
I know.
And it just, yeah, 50 G Unit just, they stomped the fuck out of them. But it was so funny how many people I knew at that time that like me and you were listening to fucking Ja Rule. We were listening to all these songs, all this shit, and then all of a sudden 50 comes along and you're like, I fucking never listened to Ja Rule in my life. I'm like, you're full of shit, right? And like I had no problem being like, I like a lot of Ja Rule stuff.
Jesus, like I like
I
them
like a
both
lot of
very
50
much.
G stuff, but I
Right.
get what's going on here. 50
Sure.
Cent is just washing you the fuck out. That was a wave though that who could have withstood. The only people that would have had a chance, and I'm glad it didn't turn into that because it would have fucked up a lot of careers, is Rockefeller at that time. Jay Bleak, Kanye,
Yeah.
Beanie Siegel,
Yeah.
oh, the whole state property camp, Just Blaze. That would have been vicious. Even though they did, trade bar back and forth, but it was never turned into anything serious like that.
I love how I'm looking at while you're talking. I was like, I forgot he dropped an album in 2012.
Ja Rule.
Yeah. I might
So
no.
it's perfect timing. Him,
Perfect timing. It's been
Benzino,
12 years. Great.
him, Benzino. Maybe we get the game.
No, can we not get the game? Come on.
Fucking who else? Who else? Who else can we round up
He
in
was
here?
the game was just saying something too about all this and about him. And he was like, I only saw a snippet of it, but he was basically saying like he was just playing around. He was like, I'm good with them. He was like, I was clout chasing. He's like, whoever's big is who I'm gonna go after. I mean, I don't give a shit about him, you know.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
this. And
yeah.
we're like, yeah, you got yeah, yes, you must say that now. You're right.
Yeah. It was. He was. I'm pretty sure that was from Vlad TV. Um. But yeah, the game has said that a few times. Like he wasn't really trying to start some beef with Eminem. He was
I mean,
just
look, bro, you had a 10-minute track on your fucking album about the Black Slim Shady.
um. So okay, what are we doing here? We're doing Benzino featuring Ja Rule, MGK,
I hate this so much.
the game.
I hate it.
Who else?
Oh my God.
There's got to be someone else in here. Joe Budden is better than this, so I'm not putting him on that list. I'm not even talking as a rapper. I was talking as a human. Fucking who else? I know I'm missing someone.
What do you mean he's better than this? Well, Mariah. Mariah. Can we put Mariah in there?
Oh yeah, she'll sing the chorus.
Yeah.
Remember when she made that song with the whole video about Eminem?
Yeah. Do you remember when he made a song about her and used her actual voice and voicemails?
But she did a good job.
What was the name of that? I forget. I remember the video too because she did
It
the
was like
casting was so good.
unforgettable, unacceptable.
Unforgettable.
I
No,
don't know, some shit like that. I thought.
I don't know. I don't like her either, but
But
ICP, you could throw ICP in there, I guess. Everlast.
nah, I think ICP and Everlast, they're all good with Eminem now. And they were never on that fucking train with like, how like it's got to be people from around then that were like the Jaws, the Benzinos. I mean, if 50 gets involved, they can bring Rick Ross in.
Great, super.
The fake one, like the CB4 guy.
Right. The cop.
Yeah, the cop.
Moby was around that same time too. He just wasn't a rapper.
Fuck it. Moby can work on the beats or some shit.
Well, that was way later, but I was gonna say, remember Nick Cannon?
Oh Lord, let's not. Well, not Nick Cannon. I got no problem with Nick Cannon, but that was, I mean, he gave it a shot. The saddest part was to see some of my Battlerap heroes involved in that. Heroes. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you guys are some of the best battle rappers of all time. What are you doing?
It's so funny.
Well,
yeah, I think Jaws probably and Mariah around that time. I mean, people would also say Christina, but I wouldn't really call that a beef.
No.
Like, I don't know. I'm torn. I would say like if I had to be like what was the most obvious one of all time, it would be like him and 50 with Jaw, but then like MGK because he just came so far out on that one, which he normally wouldn't. Like he'd do all these little barbs and jabs and tracks and like these, like Nail in the Coffin and shit like that was great too. But like Killshot was just different. And Sober M doing that was different to me.
Yeah. And the song Kamikaze with him and Royce, not alike.
Mm,
When M goes off at the end of that shit, like
mm.
whoo
Cannabis. We could throw cannabis in there.
he's no disaster fucking he got rid of what was left of Canvas. I don't he's gonna show his arm in a fucking sling. He's
Look,
gonna have
I'm
a
just saying,
notebook.
if we're gonna put Benzino and Jaw on a track together and feature Moby and Mariah, I think we can grab cannabis for the party.
Oh fuck.
That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be the new We Are the World.
Well, for doing that, and M's got 50 and Dre so far.
And
I think-
LL.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, LL, yep.
Yeah.
And fuck it, we're gonna have to bring Diz in for this.
Bro, I wish our world was real.
Make it a whole fucking mess.
Yeah. Headlined by Cannabis.
Mm. Are you? He's just a janitor from Canada.
Mm,
Oh, man.
I don't know that
And
I
then, like,
remember. Didn't
what?
ICP? How did that one stop?
Proof. How else?
No, but
The
like they actually,
motherfucking man.
but they
Pro-
actually like got together and like
Pro-
sat down or something or
Yeah, proof.
pool game or bowling game or some weird shit.
One dude from ICP. I don't know which guy from which. Because I don't listen to ICP. It's not because I think they suck or anything. It's just not my thing. They the one dude from ICP, I think he was on Bootleg Kev on his podcast, was saying that Proof was always cool with them. So it
Right.
got to a point where it was Proof was like, you guys should, you and M should hang out, meet up, whatever. So they did actually like talk face to face, hang out. I think that he said they went bowling and got drunk. This is way, way, way back, right? Like
Mhm,
Eminem was still
mhm.
getting fucked up. And yeah, it was just they were always fans of each other's music. It's just
But
Eminem did
God,
that.
wait, what
What?
year did Slim Anus come out? Because I feel like
90s. That was 90s. Yeah, it was after fucking the actual song. Hi, my name
dude,
is.
I'm a big I was a big ICP fan.
They got a few decent tracks, but the whole Juggalo scene is not my scene.
99.
99, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, fucking Proof put an end to all that shit. Or turn into anything
2000.
stupid. Proof's the man. That's another thing too. Fucking back to Benzino. He did it's talking about doing something for Proof. Like, just stop it. Stop it.
I mean, what a weird way to like try to like also pull yourself back into relevancy in this weird situation
Yeah.
that's happening that shouldn't be even happening to begin with.
Mm. I'd assume at this point Benzino can't enter Detroit. Oh no, he did that the fucking Ice Veziware or something. He's a rapper from Detroit. He was fucking Math's show. Math must just be like, dude, why did you have to pull everything from my show? This dude was just on there, and what he said was he's never had any interaction with Eminem, and he's from Detroit, and he would like to have some interaction or backing from Eminem because it'd be awesome to have that support, or at least sit down and learn from Eminem, even if it's not going to be public support. But he hasn't got it yet.
Yeah, I would love to sit down and learn from Emerald, but guess what?
Right. But he said too, like he was like he gets it that like M doesn't owe him that. So if him and his team light Detroit on fire and like they're the new big thing, it's like, M's not part of putting on the new generation of Detroit
Right.
rappers.
Right.
Right. And I get what he's
He
saying.
kind of never has been though, right? Except for his
Well,
own group. I mean,
look
in the
what
background he has, but like,
Benzino tries to make it look like fucking ISO is talking shit about you. You ain't backing him up,
mhm.
right? And he's in your own city, It's like, dude, that also came from Mass Show. Fucking Benzino, if he makes any money off this shit, he better give some to my expert opinion, Matt Hoffa, and the whole staff over there. All those guys, man.
Well, here's my question.
Macca, all of them.
I didn't see the end. I saw the push to my phone and I admittedly didn't read it or watch it if it's a video. I'm not sure what it is. But what was the like on after the second, I think it was after the second track. I can't talk tonight, so there's that. But like I saw and I think I sent you a screenshot that he was giving Eminem 48 hours to respond. And but then what? What happened? Like what happens after the 48 hours?
Because the ghostwriter was sitting there and they had it all done. And he was like, oh, look, we got something. I'm going to give him 48 hours because I got something. You did, like, you don't, Jesus, no, you didn't just turn into that overnight. It's been 87 fucking years you've been rapping and writing, and all of a sudden, bam, you got some stuff.
And then also, do you remember like we specifically were talking about, and I don't remember now when this was in relation to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. I feel like it was like adjacent to that time.
Mhm.
Because I feel like what might have I would have to Google it. My memory is trash anymore, but like I feel like Benzino said whatever he said about M and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, and then got a bunch of fucking blowback about it. And then I had kind of turned around and been like, well, I mean, uh, he's good, and but I just think there could have been other people that were better.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like he walked it back even then. And then, but I feel like right after that was when he got on Twitter. Do you remember that? Well, this is what we were talking about when he got on Twitter out of what seemed at the time to be nowhere and was like, I'm too old for this. Like, I got no beef with Eminem. We're cool. He's not my favorite. He never will be. Y'all know that, but I can admit he's talented, blah, blah. You remember that?
No.
That was just like 2 years ago. Like, and for no reason. Like, he just got on Twitter one day and was like, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah. I do now. And wasn't that after he was on some show or something?
I don't know. I can't remember. Like, it wasn't that long ago. It was in the last like year or two.
Yes, I do remember something about that now because it was like this complete change of heart.
Right. And I remember sending it to you and being like, what, like, is this your new way of trying to be relevant? Now you're gonna like M and maybe that'll bring you back? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, that was fucking weird. And another thing too is every time he gets fucking mad, wants to rage about Eminem, he always brings in a race factor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't really get. I mean, if it was fucking Tom McDonald, I could fucking see it. Like, but it's like,
Right.
and I mean, fucking as a fucking white person, maybe I don't get it, but I don't see other black people in that space even agreeing with it. I don't see black fans agreeing with it. But maybe it is something I just don't fucking get. It's confusing to me where he always has to bring race into it. It's not like Eminem is out here being fucking Jerry Hello from fucking NWA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, and look at the artists that have came from under him that are black. I have not heard one of them be like, oh, I was treated this way because I'm a different race than Eminem. Never.
Well, and for what it matter, for what it's worth to anybody who cares, M has, come out publicly and said, like, I'm grateful, like I'm a guest in the House of Hip Hop, and like he's acknowledged all that.
Yeah.
I love these
Fucking-
headlines, dude. I'm just like casually scrolling while we're talking. Eminem's oldest rival brutally responds to new diss track that reignited 20-year-old feud.
just sensationalizing at its finest, eh? Holy
Brutally.
fuck.
Right.
Brutally igniting 20-year-old feud.
Benzino claps back at Eminem and Voltorius accuses daughter Coyle Ray of letting the industry keep us divided.
Leave her the fuck out of it. Like, what the fuck?
What's
Oh.
not to change the subject, but like, and I suspect you're gonna know even less about this than I do, but like, what is the Megan Thee Stallion Nicki thing? Like Nicki, like the Nicki will
don't
come out
know.
and with anybody on Twitter, and so will Cardi. So like, that's not surprising, but like,
I have no idea. I've never heard of fucking Megan the Stallion
yes, you have.
word in my life. No, I haven't.
Yes, you
We went over
have.
this once, and you asked me about some song that was really popular. I said, I've
Flop.
never heard that in my
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
life.
She's the one that got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez, and then was like, "Didn't want
Yeah,
anybody to touch."
I've heard she got shot by Tory Lanez. The
Mhm.
end. That's as much as I know about that. Nicki Minaj, um, not much more, but I know what she looks like.
Nicki
But I
has
don't.
some good
It's
features.
not even. I'm not even talking shit about that. Why? Like this Megan chick.
Mm.
What there's nothing that's ever crossed like my radar because algorithms, right? They're
Mm.
gonna suggest shit that you look at. I listen to fucking DJ Premier and shit like that. Megan is not coming across my fucking radar. And no one I know or even fucking like talk to here and there as about hip hop has been like, check this person out. So it doesn't happen. And
Mm.
I don't listen to the radio ever. Like fuck if it's the radio, it's talk radio. So
Mm.
I
I mean, I
don't
listen to
listen.
the radio, so I've heard some of it, but like, I'm really
So I
indifferent about
I
it.
don't know her at all.
So
So yeah,
I'm
I
super
definitely don't
indifferent.
know
Like
what the hell this shit's on.
she's definitely in that like umbrella of like Nicki, Cardi,
Don't know
Megan,
anything about Cardi either.
Kim, that genre of female artist. And just I don't and this is why I was asking you, because like I don't care for her. I'm indifferent, and I don't like Nicki. Like I like Nicki when Cardi came out, then I decided I like Nicki because I hate Cardi. But I mean hate's a strong word, but anyway, so like they're beefing. They're diss tracks flying back and forth between Nicki and Megan. But the thing is, one of the biggest, most aggressive, like cultish, creepy, kind of scary fan bases that is only secondary to Beyonce's Beehive and Taylor's whatever they are, Swifties, are whatever the little Kim or not Kim, the Nicki, the what are they called? Barbs. Um, and so I'm not even completely sure what the entire situation was, or if there was a like explicit threat, but it wasn't Nicki that did it, but it was a bunch of her fans that got together and basically doxed not Megan, but Megan's mom's gravesite. Like Megan's mom died of brain cancer a couple years ago.
Well, then that's fucking disgusting.
Right, dude,
All
fucking
those
whack.
people are
But it's
fucking
not
terrible
Nicki, it's her
fucking human
fans.
beings. Yeah, they're pieces of shit. That's yeah, I wouldn't even blame that on her. I mean, it's hard to control people you've never even fucking met in your life, right? But
Like the local law
those
enforcement
people are pieces of shit.
security so that nothing happens to the gravesite in real life.
What's that, sorry?
Where I don't remember or know where she's buried, but like local law enforcement has like beefed up law enforcement and security so that nothing
Nothing.
happens to the gravesite, like in real
Wow.
life.
So did it happen in real life?
The threat was made in real life, but I'm saying like they announced that they were increasing security at the gravesite. So
But nothing has happened.
not since I've last seen anything. I haven't been following. Again, these are all things that just kind of like push to my phone or I hear about on the radio when I'm driving to work. So like, unless I then go look it up, which I certainly wouldn't generally with something like this. That's why I don't know. But like, it definitely caught my attention when it was like, okay, this is getting a little out of control. Like now we're talking about like, what are you gonna do? Vandalize her grave, exhume the woman? Like, why are you doxing a dead lady? And I was like, bro, what? And so that was the only reason I looked at that one because I was like, look, I'm no big Nicki fan, but I don't think she'd quite go that far. And she didn't know it was her fans, and like that was all I learned. So
What kind of sadistic fuck would?
right. So it was that, and then like that night or the next day or whatever, local law enforcement, wherever that is, came out and said, we're beefing up security. And then I've never seen anything else about it. So I don't know if something happened. Oh, here you go. Here's part of the beef. Nicki Minaj says that Megan Thee Stallion, quote, wanted a Rihanna moment after being shot.
What the fuck does a Rihanna moment mean?
After all the air quotes leaked imagery from Rihanna getting her ass beat.
Oh,
The Chris Brown stuff.
yeah, that's just I don't how in my head it doesn't make sense for a woman to want a moment
I don't know. It says
like
Nicki
the
invoked
moment
Rihanna
that
to claim
came
that
after
Megan.
getting the fuck beat out of yourself.
Right. Well, I don't know. She said she claimed that Megan tried to force sympathy for herself as a victim of violence.
Oh, the fucking.
In a conversation of at least 40 minutes, Nicki Minaj speculated that Megan's management company, Rock Nation, has launched a smear campaign against her. Dissected the diss track Megan's estranged ex, Partisan Fontaine, released in November and accused Megan of seeking sympathy and controversy to bolster her career. It's so obvious, said Minaj. She wanted a Rihanna moment so bad.
Oof. Probably choose better words.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
2024 is off to a fucking just a hell of a start.
And we're still in just the first month.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Trying to escape it. February ought to be Ja Rule of 50 releasing songs.
Can we at least hope that like maybe this means there is another M album coming? It's been what, like 4 years?
I'm just looking forward to Cool Mode E versus LL in March.
Oh, did you see the J Master J? I saw the article come through. I didn't read the whole thing. I don't know what I don't know why it had come back up just yesterday. What's today? Wednesday, yesterday or Monday. That they had finally concluded and released that like J Master J's godson had shot him and killed him because he had cut him out of a drug deal.
Yeah.
I never knew the drug deal part. That's stupid. You're dumb.
Yep. It's a shame. And the fucking two of the dudes that were involved in it were like at his wake or whatever funeral service.
I mean, it's your own
or-
godson.
And like, yeah, it's fucked up. And he should have been in that position.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be one thing if that dude was a fucking, a gangster that couldn't get let go of the life, but he wasn't. He fucking Run DMC doesn't have enough goddamn money. They need to sell drugs. What the fuck is going on with this culture?
I mean, it seems like
sad.
been slow news days. I don't know, man.
It's sad. And that's why we have Eminem versus Benzino in 2024. Shit's sad. All
I mean,
right.
maybe one day they'll put out the recorded most recent season of Wild and Out, and then they can record a new season, and then we can have some new content that's not.
Maybe
Grandpa's
Benzino will be
feuding.
on it.
Dude, could you fucking imagine?
I'm all for that.
I
Sharon
want
versus
Sharon to
Benzino.
yeah, right. I want Sharon to roast him so bad.
Oh. I guess
And
until
also, what was the point? Agreed, of like pointing out that Drake hosts battle rap events or comes to them and M doesn't. Gives a fuck.
that was another confusing thing. But Ed, I
Like,
love
here's the thing, there have been events that have been sponsored by OVO, more recently than not, but like, wasn't the last like high profile one Drake was at? Was it a World Dom or that was a Blackout? That was the math. That was math, wasn't it? Math and Pat.
Yeah, and
And then he didn't he like show his
uh,
face for 10 seconds for some URL thing or put his name on it or something, but like he hasn't
well,
been
he
coming
was doing
through.
something with caffeine and URL and stuff, but there was the Math and Pat. Yeah, there was that one. I think it was before that though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't been coming out. Like that was another weird comment to make. Like M came up through Battlerap.
Yeah,
And aside from showing up at 2 events, Drake's been relevant in Battlerap just as recently as them at that rate. Like
Drake was standing on stage at KOTD. Well, there's also Blackout when Pat and Sharon battled for the title.
Mm-hmm.
There's the KOTD with Math and Pat, but that was a title match or anything. I think that was at the docks.
Was Drake at the Sharon?
Yeah,
Was
him
it?
and Mook were gonna battle after Pat and Sharon,
I don't
but it got
remember
shut
that.
down. It
And
was
I
not
watched.
announced or anything, and it got shut down.
I don't
So
remember that, and I feel like we watched that together virtually.
yeah, friggin' Sharon told us about it when we had him on the one time.
No, but
Friggin'
I'm saying I don't remember Drake actually being there.
oh yeah, but no, this is the thing. He couldn't be like out within the crowd because an event before that, not necessarily the event right before that, but there was a KOT event before that. Diz and uh DNA battled for fucking ever. Drake was on fucking stage at that one. I was there. That was the
Yeah.
one when Lush fucking shouted out
Yeah.
KOTD for having the strongest calf muscles in all of battle rap. He stood there for fucking ever. DNA and Diz just kept going back and forth, and then Diz said the DNA said the thing about Diz calling all Canadians faggots.
Mhm.
And he's like, "What'd you say about Canadians?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "You're all faggots." And then DNA did that whole thing about now we're standing here in front of a Canadian worldwide legend. What was it you said about Canadians again? And Drake standing right there, and Diz was like, "You motherfucker." That battle was insane. That was like the essence of battle rap too.
Mhm.
So much off the top, flipping shit, and like, man, that was incredible. Fuck.
And
I
here we
miss
are in
those days of battle rap.
2024.
Those were
Those were the days.
those are the days. Fucking going to Blackout uphill both ways, both
Oh,
days.
God, in the snow.
Yes. Shout out to fucking Poe Rich and A Ward. A Ward said it to Poe Rich. That was dope
I mean, it was funny, but
because it's true.
I mean,
I was there. I was going with Poe Rich, not literally, but you know, I was uphill.
I probably could hear him from here. He doesn't exactly have a
Well, remember when we had Ness on, Nestle, and we were talking about like those KOTD events, 2-day events back in the day that had fucking literally everyone on them. And it was, you're not even getting paid. Like maybe your airfare is covered, maybe, right? And that's what they had to do to build their name more.
Mhm.
And yeah, so there's an opportunity in Toronto. Everyone, fucking Daylight, Ness, Shoddy Horror, fucking right. Like, so
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
just United States and Canada. Like, fucking man, that was good old days.
Hey, Stay Forever was good.
That was the greatest event I've ever been to.
Let's see.
It was Blackout 6 before that.
Yeah.
Blackout 6 was fucking crazy.
I still, anytime I watch anything from that, I'm always like, I wonder if I can ever find him. And obviously not, but
But yeah, Stay Forever. Like Sharon said when he was on, it was an all-star game.
I mean, obviously, and it was meant to be, but like,
Yeah, it literally was a fucking all-star game.
It kind of like over the last 10 at least years, like between like Vegas and Orlando and fucking New York and living all those places, it was always like one weekend too late or fucking one town too far away. And like I've grumbled for a lot of years about not, and like now I'm like close enough to Atlanta, but not really close enough because a lot of these things really are in south of Atlanta.
Mm.
They're not actually in Atlanta. And like it's been so long that I'm like, man, I've never been to an event, I haven't even been to a local event. And then like in hindsight now, having been my first event, like I'm kind of glad I never went to any before that.
Yeah, I could see that.
And like I kind of don't know if
Well,
I'll
it would
care if I go
depend
to any more
too.
after.
Like, think of some of the ones that I've been to. Like I was just saying, right? Like,
Sure.
then, yeah, it probably wouldn't have mattered as much. But like, picture if you're going to, and not to knock these things, but like a smaller show or a lesser event. Like, it'd be like going to like a regional MMA show.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, these have been cool. And like, oh, wow, this is what it looks like when it's like this. Whereas you just hopped in like
The deep end.
fucking all-star game.
That's what I'm saying. Like that makes me now be like, like
But
if there was something right here, I'd totally go. You know, or like if Ness gets, you know, Diz or whoever to come down to Atlanta, like I'm coming out, you know. But like by and large, I just don't. It's kind of hard to separate the like events are just events and some are going to be great and some aren't from the like yeah, but none of them are going to be that great. You know what I mean? So it's like it doesn't make me want to like go to anything less than what that one was. Like I'd like to go to a blackout event for sure at some point.
yeah, they're awesome. They're my favorite events. But
Hi, did you see Dirtbag Dan stop smoking? Stop smoking?
no.
Go ahead.
Oh, the blackout events are my favorite events, but
Right.
look like I even stay forever. The surprise battles, you know what I mean? They're floating around the crowd already. So that's what worries me now to go to a live blackout event. Is it just going to be floating around the crowd like that? You know, because I
depends
like
a
the
little on who you know,
surprise.
I think. I don't think that was widely known amongst the crowd that was in the building. I know a handful of people that knew ahead of time, but it literally I could count them on one hand's worth of fingers. And that includes some of the battlers.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, like they go to great lengths to not leak that shit anyway, just because it would ruin the event. And like people like that element of the event. They're not trying to fuck it up for themselves.
That's the thing. The people that do find out that have no business knowing, if they know, they're like, oh, I know something. Want to know what I know?
Right. But see again though, it depends on who like did you see I don't know who it is. This is not why I'm saying it, so don't draw a correlation, but like Thesaurus said he has a battle book now already for 6 weeks in one of his favorite cities. And like at this point, after the run he went on just last year alone, like who? Who are you battling?
There's nobody left.
Right? Who's like not maybe there's plenty of people left, but like not people that you would expect him to agree to battle.
I'm fucking Holiday Dalton versus Diz, their one rounder.
Dude.
You battled the damn most. You battled everybody in KOTD. You battled the damn host.
That is seriously one of my favorite like one-off moments. I still watch that like once a month.
That is
good. Right, that was a good like they did a good job with keeping that one secret and having the hoods and just doing the like black it out quick, don't draw it out, don't do the 20 minutes of video intro on the jumbotron and everybody can figure it out. Like that was the good way of doing it. They did a good job on that one.
Yeah, and that was even a blackout.
Yeah.
That's just a surprise thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it wasn't if I recall, it wasn't a surprise that something like that was wanted or in the cards. It just nobody knew that was going to happen that night, and it was just going to be one round, right? Because if I recall, that was kind of like the intro, like preview. They couldn't get it together fast enough, so they're like, "We'll do this, and then we'll let them know we're going to do a full battle." But then they never did the full battle.
I'm not sure if it was that. I've heard other things. Some of them, like even public things, like it's that math even or math. Oh, fuck. Hollow even touched on the battle that they were so close to New York City that Matt Hoffa at that time could not find out that Disaster was going to be that close
Mhm.
at a mass event. But yeah, Hollow to Dawn agreed to not let it be known. And that's why they did it fast, and got Disaster the fuck out of there. Because there was a chance that some people might make the trip.
I mean, sure.
Who knows if there's any truth to that? I
All
have
I'm
no
saying is I
fucking clue.
remember after the one rounder, the build up being that there was going to be a full battle and that there just never
There
was.
was, yeah, but like you're saying, like there was like stuff like even leading up to it, right? Like that there
Sure.
was like people wanted it, they did, but the reason of it being just like a quick thing and not announced was because of what I just said.
Sure.
But like I said, I have no idea if there's any fucking truth to that. Maybe they did it as a teaser and they intended to do the full 3-rounder at another date.
Hmm.
I would believe that they intended to do a full 3-round
Yeah.
battle at another date,
For sure.
because the whole like KOTD organic, the whole staff, they don't really do like, some like thirst trap type
Especially
shit.
at that time, they weren't like, let's just do this one weird fucking promo, thing. Because,
Right.
like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, if there was no mean to the end on it, like, cool, we're gonna have these two guys do this one rounder, and there you go. And it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. Like, it was a weird. It was fun. It was a great moment, but like, it was weird, nonetheless.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this the fuck up.
But my mouth
Benzino,
just died, so good timing.
Benzino versus Eminem. I
Dude,
don't know.
come on!
I don't know who the victor is.
Listen though, now's the time to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch, bro.
The fuck is that?
What? You don't remember the MTV series, like claymation wrestling Celebrity Deathmatch?
No,
Please Google that right now before you wrap the show. I cannot with you
I
right
hate
now.
you.
They even rebooted it. I believe it came like temporarily a few years, a couple of years back.
What's this shit?
Come on, are you serious? I feel like 100,000% Jason would have watched this and enjoyed it
Oh
when it
no,
was.
I'm in Canada. I did 1998. We didn't get MTV here.
Yeah, but you watch everything you're not supposed to watch anyway. What was different then?
There was no fucking internet and YouTube and all that shit. Well, it was
Ah,
internet. That was still like 98. That was like dial up.
I mean,
Maybe the
facts, but
beginning of Bell Simpatico.
look, there was like some Napster and LimeWire happening.
Not then. Napster, yeah.
Oh,
You
one,
think I was on Napster for whatever the fuck this shit is?
I don't know. Bro, I don't know why you look up a lot of the shit you look up if we're being real.
Napster was music only.
I know. I know. I'm just saying it wasn't just fucking a-hole.
Napster was shit. I am sorry, all you artists out there.
Oh, did you see? Wait,
Man.
here's something. Here's a note we can end on. Did you see that all the artists that got pulled off TikTok, pulled their music off TikTok effective today?
No.
I'm really bad with the half stories here, like, because I really try to like mind my own and not like be on my phone all the time. And frankly, I just don't care about a lot of pop culture stuff. But anyway, so this is not also not a full story because I only saw part of it, but something about a lot of like huge name artists were getting pulled. I think Universal Music Group couldn't come to terms on an agreement with TikTok or a renewed agreement or however it works. And so they pulled whatever was under that umbrella got pulled as of last night, which included like Taylor Swift, Eminem, Kanye, like all the, you make a reel, you make a
All the
video.
lesser known people, right?
Yeah, all the lesser known people, right? I don't have a list in front of me now, and the list I did see was not even a full list, but like that what I just said to you was like the beginning, like quarter of the list, and it was like, I don't know if Jay-Z. Actually, I can tell you. Hold up, I still have that tab open. Oop. Let's see. Taylor Swift's label UMG, yeah, Universal Music Group, to pull music from TikTok, accusing the social media app of bullying. I don't know why that made me laugh, but anyway,
That's
let's see.
I
UMG
was
said its agreement
bullying.
with TikTok expires on January 31st. Companies have not agreed to terms for new agreement. And upon expiration of the current situation of the current agreement, Universal Music Group, including Universal Music Publishing Group, will cease licensing to TikTok and TikTok music services. Artists on Universal Music Group labels include Taylor Swift, Bad Bunny, Sting, The Weeknd, Alicia Keys, SZA, Steve Lacy, Drake, Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar, Rosalia, Harry Styles, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, Adele, U2, Elton John, J Balvin, Brandy Carlisle, Coldplay, Pearl Jam, Bob Dylan, Post Malone. And then there was another list that was like Eminem, Kanye, blah, 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 Taylor. I don't know. But that's a lot of music to pull from an app that probably uses it more than maybe any other app, but Instagram, if we're not including YouTube.
So all those assholes that make those stupid ass fucking reels, they're
Yeah.
gone. Because I'm okay
from
with
TikTok.
that.
Well, I don't know if the assholes are gone. They just can't use the music because it's not going to be on the app anymore.
You know what needs to stop? People that make those fucking
You could have just stopped there, people.
they make those like someone will make a reel
Mm.
or it could be even somebody making a reel out of someone else's content.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, the stitches. They do stitches.
Somebody can and they talk about whatever fucking why you need to wake up every day with a fucking good attitude or something fucking stupid. And you'll see this other fucking asshole on the other side of the screen or on the bottom of the screen. And what all of them do, they point when the person's making their point, like, oh, it's good to wake up not feeling like an asshole. And they'll point like, see, and it's not like a comedic thing. They make it like, yo, I'm in tune with this person saying, so listen what this person's saying, you'll know what I think I'm saying. It is the fucking most annoying shit in the world. Go make your own fucking content. Stop fucking using other people.
That's what they did.
That's not your own content. You're using other people's content and pointing at it. It's fucking stupid.
It's because the app wants you to.
You should be shot in the face.
I'm not saying I like it. I don't even use it. I don't even like TikTok. So
yeah, you should be shot in the fucking face. Or the people that fucking steal the audio from other people's content and then they try to remake it. Or they do remake that is stop it.
See, but so some of that
Stop
though,
it.
some of that's on purpose too, because if you upload your own audio and can monetize that people are using it, that's why so
You
many
can.
people.
You can, yes. You can, yes. Yeah, I know. I make reels for the show. I know. I get it. But don't. Maybe I'm a hypocrite because I allow it. Maybe if somebody did it and we made money off them doing it, I'd say this is great. But
maybe you're a hypocrite. Okay,
it's like
it's time to wrap the show for real now.
It's under review for right now.
Right,
But yeah, that just I don't know. I'm more of a fan of people making their own content. Okay, sure. If you take like a song like, some fucking like oldie song, fucking whatever it may be. Well, not even sample it. I'm just saying like make a TikTok video or something out of you mouthing the words to some like 50s or 40s fucking song while you're cleaning the house or something, and that's your fucking thing. Okay, fine. But literally, like, okay, I'm sure you've seen this dude. I wish I knew his name. I'm sure I could find it, but I'm an asshole. I'm not gonna look for it. It's a black dude, and he talks like real quiet with a soothing voice and gives you tips on how to like make home products. No, fucking
what are you talking about?
He gives you like he tells you.
Oh my god, I love that guy.
Yeah, right.
And
he always says, "Come here," and
come here.
zooms in.
Yeah. I was just watching him like
that dude, right?
An hour before
like people will.
Hey, fun fact: that guy is 26 years old.
26.
Did your mind just blow out your ear? Because mine did when I learned that.
Because I thought that, like not like he looks it, but like he's got the wisdom of at least a 55-year-old man.
Come on.
But anyway, people will use his voice and then they sit there and they do like
I've never seen somebody use the audio from his.
Why the fuck are you doing that? right? And then people will comment on it and be like, thanks so much for the tip. It's like, no, that's that dude's content.
That's
Don't
that
do
dude's
that.
content. No, I've not
Don't
seen
do
that. I've
that.
not seen him do that, or I've not seen his voice.
He
have that
doesn't do
kind of
it. Yo, he's dope.
Yeah, I like that guy a lot. I don't remember his name. I would like, and I watch him frequently. I was just watching him earlier tonight. He definitely gave out the Wendy's Frosty recipe though.
Oh, he gives out so many good
Yeah,
recipes.
it's literally just like chocolate milk, sweetened condensed milk, chocolate ice cream, and like a blender or something. It was like something so retardedly simple that I was like, God damn, that makes me wish I liked Frosties. All right, let's wrap this bitch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Jordan Howlett. Sorry, I had to look
Jordan.
this
Oh,
dude's
yeah,
name.
I knew it was Jordan. You know why I
He's
knew it was Jordan?
at
'Cause he's so
Jordan
fucking cute.
underscore the underscore stallion number 8.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about Instagram or TikTok?
I don't know. That's just this is that.
Buddy,
Yeah, let's
buddy.
wrap this motherfucker up. So yeah, Benzino versus
Shout out to
Eminem.
him. We need to get him on the show. Let's work on that. Not Benzino, Jordan.
Not Benz. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Eminem versus Benzino for 2024. So far, they've drawn even and we're all the losers. But hopefully we get that remix we're talking about.
Great.
Baby Barton. I'm Jay Kelly. It's Building Downtown. We out. Peace.
Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.